Welcome back to more dungeon, DNGN. Last time we started on this glacier mission and we're doing pretty well so far with our fancy new grimoire and our extra stamina cube, which is gone now. By the way, I forgot to tick down the timer at the end of last video as always, and did that in between. Also switched out our gold so it's easier to count. So again, the colorless ones are 1 gold each and the yellow ones are 10s. That's just the way I'm doing it because the paper counters and tokens are a bit fiddly. And we're at full life, so we've uncovered this room here last time and we're facing another dire wolf, number 20 here. And that has 6 HP, which I forgot to mark on the HP counter there. And we have all of our cubes ready, everything charged up, so we might be able to, I said this at the end of last video I think, just dash in there and do 6 damage just by doing a focused attack here. But thing is, if it has defend, it will hit us. And there's a 50-50 chance of it having defend, just from the behaviors. Now the behavior deck is pretty empty. Okay, actually there's just 1 left, so if we looked at the remaining, at all the uncovered cards, we'd know, but I don't want to do that. I feel like we haven't had a lot of defend, so there might be one under there, but I'm not sure. So I think I'll just play it safe, sort of, and or we just decide to take the hit. But if it has movement and this is quite open, it will be able to move around us. Say we end up here, it'll be able to move around us and push us into the trap, or if we end up here, it'll be able to move around us and push us into the trap. So I think we should probably just play it safe to kill it, even if that takes a lot of our resources here. But, you know, do the fireball, do our strong attack, put in the movement, put in some channeling, and maybe 1 defense. If we're definitely killing it, we don't need the defense, right? I'm pretty sure there's no way we don't kill it here with our full-on attack here. Actually, I can use the mana for more movement, why not? Let's do that. Because we learned last time that mana cube will be moved back to the mana pool at the beginning of next action phase, so we can actually channel that back next turn already. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it like that. So we draw the behavior. Which is it? Hexes. Yeah, so that is defend. Okay, so I had the right feeling there, I think. And that's a bleed attack. Okay, so I didn't want to take that attack. Doesn't push us, so that's also something we could have known. I don't know if you're just allowed to look through the discard deck, but it does say to use the cards and reshuffle the deck if you run out, so not to reshuffle for every behavior phase. So I do think it's intended for you to be able to predict them somewhat by what has come up already, but I didn't want to just look through the deck and, you know, I thought that was a bit lame. So let's move in for 3 here, exhausting that mana, and it has defend. Actually, let's just move in for 2 for now. I'm getting ahead of myself. Throw the fireball, bush, 2 damage, baboom, and now we move in 1 more, and actually fireball only 1 damage because of the defend, and now we do 6 damage here. killing the wolf immediately. Oh, sorry, I got the wolf and the trap mixed up, but our one movement is enough for both positions there. I was aiming at the triangle. Whoopsie. That's another 2 gold. And we can just keep moving. Channel back 2 of our mana. And just move on like nothing happened. Have the timer tick down. Just move along. Nothing to see here. Just cremated a wolf on the side of the road, but no worries. And yeah, next turn. So we keep putting... Oh, we actually have the chance to loot. Now, surely we had the summoning last time, which was bad. We had the scroll of focus first time. Sounds to me like we're due to get another item, right? Right. I've also not used the mana potion at all. Or maybe some gold. Let's do it. I can't resist the loot cards, especially if it's going so well. Torch. Oh wow, interesting. So that has 1 range and does frenzy and push attack. So a frenzy and a push, and then a frenzy and then a push. Sort of being able to fight off enemies with that if you're surrounded. That's kind of interesting. I mean, now that we don't have our axe equipped all the time, might be able to use that in a pinch if we're missing that 1 extra or 2 extra points of damage. Why not? Yeah, I like it. Just have to remember to use it. Okay, so good loot after all. Let's now have the timer tick down. I already did that. And now assign our cubes. So we move. We strut. We definitely refocus here. Channel, I mean. And we won't get to the door, but that's fine because we probably want to refocus as well. Although we could do so at the beginning of next room. Let's not. I think we have the time for now. Let's move 3. 1, 2, 3. And just, this gets put here. I could have put 1 more into channeling. I'm gonna say I did, I just realized. So I'll be able to channel 1, heal 2, which does nothing. I don't even know why I assigned that mana cube. Okay, I'm clearly getting confused here. Channel another 2, and then we are looking like this. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, just get all of our mana back. Alright, I don't know why I put that cube into healing there and didn't put the extra stamina into channeling, but since there are no enemies, I think we can be lenient here with the turn. And we're not at the door yet, so that's just gonna be 1 turn. And now we just use that to get our focus back. The old song and dance we did before. Possibly switch in the axe, but I don't think we will. I like the magical defense a lot more than I thought I would here. Especially because the wolves just do 2 damage, so we can block that quite effectively with our 2 defense. Yeah, I think that's a fine turn. Let's move here and get that focus back. Like that, and then channel that back. All of that mana, all of that sweet, sweet mana. Alright. We're looking fine again, and we uncover the last room, which will now be the objective. Had to be. Let's put that there. And of course there's a bear. Oh, and actually there's some traps that we have to go through. Interesting. It's kind of sucky, just traps that you have to step on. And we don't have any more traps left, so we use the one that's furthest away, I think. And a bear here. Don't like that. At 12 HP. And also a dire wolf. Number 15 at 6 HP. So I'm just thinking while setting up here, maybe we just book it, because we just have to reach the star. So in theory, don't really have to kill everything. If we do have to step on one of those traps, let's see here. So if we do movement, I suppose we could put our focus cube into movement to move quicker. That seems like a bit of a waste. But so does the defend help against trap damage? Those are traps that do 5 damage, which is quite nasty. So I'd like to defend against that. Let's see here. So a cube assigned to defend is removed to ignore 1 point of damage from an attack or trap. All right. Yeah. So actually we can put up our magical defenses here and probably also heal, channel back some of that mana and heal. Maybe do our turn like this and try to scoot around here, step on the trap, and then probably get hit by the wolf, right? Actually, we don't have enough movement to step on the trap. Let's exhaust one. Why not? Actually, I am going to use the focus cube for movement. If you don't use it, you lose it. And the focus cube getting exhausted is really not that bad, I think, because we're nearing the end of the mission. I don't really want to deal with the polar bear, you know. It's another 10 gold, those two, which would be quite nice, I have to admit. But I actually like our equipment at the moment. We got so much stuff on the first mission, or was it the second one? I think because we opened a lot of chests there. Yeah, let's do a turn here. Actually draw the behaviors first, which have to be reshuffled now. This. Triangles and hexes. Triangles is just a lame attack, no special effects, and hexes is sitting in the corner healing. I like that for the polar bear. Let's use our movement here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this. Taking 2 less damage from the trap. Also the mana goes here and that focus cube goes there. So we take 3 damage. So the trap has done more damage to us than the wolves and the bear have so far. We heal for 2. And we channel 2. And now the enemies get to act, so the bear just sits there and the wolf is moving towards us now. Annoying. I thought I could, but it wouldn't move over the trap anyway, so it'll actually... I didn't think that through. So it'll move by 3 and corner us, I think. 1, 2, 3. Between the trap and itself. Which will probably, while we fight it, give the bear time to get closer. Even though it only has 2 or 3 movement. That'll be about 2 turns. Okay, so that's bad. Didn't think about that. Well, I think we have to kill the wolf, or we book it across the other trap. Actually, maybe just do that. Why not? Play a little cowardly here. get rid of those behaviors. That's 4 movement. We can get to 4 movement if we just exhaust some stuff. Also, I think, didn't I exhaust one of these as well? I think I did. Yeah, I think so. We can get to 4 movement like that and put in some defense there and probably just, yeah, be done with it, right? Let's do it. So we draw behaviors. Wolf has the same attack as earlier. Also, obviously the wolf should have attacked us last time, should have done 2 damage to us, which I completely ignore. In that case, I am gonna assign this to healing. Why not? Oh, actually, I'm not gonna go back on that because I have flipped over some cards and revealed new information, and that's usually my rule in these kinds of games. You can make up your mind as long as no new information was revealed, because then it's just like acting out your plan, sort of planning on the go. But as soon as you flip over a card, you can't go back on your decision. Yeah, so sucks, but so be it. Won't matter anyways, so we just book it here. Also, these get moved back like this. 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. And end the mission. And we step across the trap doing 3 damage to ourselves, but ignoring 2 because of our cubes here. So 1 damage, that's fine. Really, the traps did a number on us there, but that's because I wanted to get done with it quickly. Probably could have stayed and fought them, but I really didn't feel like fighting another polar bear. Hope that doesn't come back to bite us because we're missing money later. But we had that one earlier, so yeah, I think 14 gold is okay. Yeah, so return to the village. There we are back in the village, in case you couldn't tell. Very villagey here. I have reset all of our cubes back into their respective pools. I've reset the timer, healed back up, and now we get to read. So, victory. You climb down the face of the glacier and clamber across the rocks below to the foot of the tower. It hums with power. Dark magics are being performed here, strong enough to break worlds and time. Actually, we're not back at the village, I guess. We gain 1 upgrade and we could just enter the tower. Does that mean we don't get to sell or buy items because we're not at the village? I have to look that up. But we gain 1 upgrade. I guess what we spend our upgrade on depends a bit on if we get to buy new items or not. So far I'm liking this, and I could do with just 1 more stamina cube. Can always be handy, especially for those longer missions. But I also wouldn't mind a bit more health and a bit more mana as well, which just shows you that it's good game design because you could use everything always. Can you get extra focus cubes? That would be sick actually. But I think that's the flashy play, not the smart one, probably. I mean, 2 more mana cubes would be nice, because just sometimes we had some extra channeling we could have done, and just charging up 6 mana between rooms, being able to, you know, use big attacks, use the fireball, use the grimoire, all of that. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so depends on if we get to buy maybe another better piece of armor or chest plate, chest piece at all. Because if we don't get to buy new stuff here, we can just decide now. But if we do, we might want to have a look at that first before deciding on our upgrade. I've just had a look, and yes, you can buy and sell equipment just between missions, period. Doesn't say anything about the village actually. Don't know, maybe there's a traveling merchant here down in the icy pit. But I also noticed, you know, we have 14 gold, we have a Rex to sell. I'm now inclined to sell this because we didn't use it once last mission. But that would just put us at 19, which is annoyingly just below 20, as it were. And yeah, most of the cheaper items cost 20. I think there's one small knife that costs 10, but I don't see the use in that. I was looking at maybe getting a piece of leather armor just if we need it to be able to defend more, but that also costs 20, I think. So maybe should have stayed and fought those enemies and looted the room, but we're not really able to buy anything right now, which is annoying, but also means we can just take our upgrade now. I think 4 mana is okay for now. I'd like to increase that in the future, but we've been juggling it just fine, especially because we can recharge it so readily, thanks to a ring. Extra focus, as I said, would be flashy, but I don't think we need it. I think we need an extra stamina cube or health. And I'm inclined to say having extra stamina lets you take less damage because you might be able to exhaust that one cube to move out of range or defend for that one and so on. So I think that'll be worth more for now. Though I do realize we've not really upgraded our health yet. And yeah, at least I don't think so. I don't remember. I think we started at 12, right? Let's get that extra stamina cube. So at 9. To check what the maximum is on that, but I don't think it's 9. I think it's at 10. I seem to remember something like that. There being a maximum number of cubes you can have of each color. Okay, yeah, I think that'll be the episode for today. Next time we're gonna enter the tower. Do we want to have a look at that? Read the little story here. Why not? From above, the sound of chanting fills the air. You recognize the words to cast the world rune. A forbidden power to build a portal to other worlds. This must be how you ended up here. Why do I recognize those words? Abusing this rune would burn this world, but could also be a way home. First, however, to get to the top of the tower. Big dungeon, 4 rooms, and 2 and the objective. So 7 rooms in total, possibly. Just gotta reach the star. Timer of 8, which is less than last time. Cultist, archer, and guard. But chests for 30 gold, which is nice. So might be able to get some equipment there. Bit scared of that. I think that could be a bit dicey. Not as smooth sailing as the last time. As always, leave any tips you have in the comments if I did anything wrong. I would like to hear about it, or if you have any experience playing this game, or just have other games that are sort of in a similar vein that you'd like me to check out. I love these small, or this isn't even that small, but you know, smaller games that do a lot with very little components, decks of cards, solo adventure games, that kind of stuff. I have my eye on a few that I might want to bring to the channel in the future, but I pretty much have an ever-growing list that I probably never get around to filming all of them, and it's always just what I feel like playing at the moment. So yeah, but I do like to hear recommendations and so on. Okay, thank you for watching. Till then, see you next time.